Hey guys, welcome to this edition of Malibu and Dad. Look where we're at, guys. The Sun and Fun Expo campus. Man, I'm excited. This place is huge. Looks like a little bit of everything: airplanes, aerospace, and so come along. Let's enjoy this adventure together here on Malibu and Dad.
Glad to share the places and the people that we'll meet. Think of the memories we'll have. Exploring hidden history. It's time to hop aboard on the road with Malibu and Dad. On the road with Malibu and Dad.
So guys, look at this. Here's the entryway. To the right, you've got the Central Florida Aerospace Academy. And to the left, the Aerospace Center for Excellence, and you got the museum. Let's go on in, guys. Check it out. Guys, look at this Navy jet on the outside here of the center. Man, that thing is super cool. And this is the XF-2Y Sea Dart. Lands on the water. It's got like big skids underneath it. That is so cool. All right, guys, so we're in the entrance here. A really cool hot air balloon basket. You can tell that's an older one too. But shows you the gauges and all the cool things. Mom was checking out some of the brochures and the self-guided tour. And man, when you walk in, guys, it's all air conditioned. Feels wonderful. Look at all the airplanes. Oh my God. Aviation overload. Look at this, guys. They're all over the place, on the ceilings, all over. So cool. Well, let's show you around. Look at this beautiful CP-30 Emerald, built by Claude Pill. Beautiful. All right, guys, look at this. This is called the lightning bug. And that is a super ultralight. Wow, look at these little engines. How cool is that? There's two of those. Looks like a one-person glider type plane. But very cool. Talks a little bit about St. Petersburg Tampa Air boat line from 1914. Look at this jet. Let's go check this out. All right, guys, so here's the cockpit of this jet. This thing's amazing. I don't know if it was like a trainer at one time or what, but you got the co-pilot seat here. And you got the pilot seat. You can get in there and check it out. Really neat. I love the big jets. So much air, you wonder, how much schooling do you have to go through to figure out all those gauges? We were just in there, guys. That was really neat. All right, so we've got the Red Baron premium quality pizza plane. And right away, it's making me feel hungry for those pizzas. There's the airplane to it. So cool. Look at this. Looks like a military trainer plane. Man. Can you imagine, guys? This is the Curtiss-Wright 16E. Flying one of these. Look at the little engines there. Wow. And these all fly, guys. Everyone, even this old bird here, look at that thing. Look at the interior. The old stick there. Wow. As you're looking towards the pilot, I guess you could fly from either position. Captain Roberto Garcia. ELVZAW. Very cool. Here's the bottom of the Red Baron. And they've got a display here of the NOAA. And, you know, NOAA's part of who does the weather. And Lord knows in Florida, you got to have NOAA because these guys tell you when the hurricanes are coming, the direction they're coming into, speed, all kinds of things. So really, these guys are just like heroes to me. Guys, here's a real rocket ship. Rocket. Talks about G-forces and the aerospace. What a cool picture that is. Shows the different rockets. That's kind of cool. And everybody knows the old spaceships there. Used to be piggybacked on. Some of the old space crews. These are the people that were on the Challenger disaster, poor thing. But you know what? Space is very dangerous. Shows how the engines work. Look at those guys. This is the Hall of Fame. All the different aviators. Just amazing. All pioneers of their days. And because of them, you know, we know so much more about aviation and flying. God bless them for their sacrifices. Now, here's an old one. The Baby Laird biplane. And this is a replica. Look at this little engine, man. I don't know if I'd want to be flying in that little engine. Look at these seats. You're really taking a risk flying one of these things. And they're just held together by light straps. That's the way aviation started, though. One of these smaller planes right here. And this is an Eastern Airlines, I guess, trainer. Must be one of the old ones. I don't think they look like that right now. This must be an older model. It's a pretty cool model here of a jet. I believe this is a F-16 Eagle. Pretty cool though. The big flag on the wall. Very patriotic. This is a different angle. This old airplane. All right. Here's the Howard Hughes experience. As you know, Howard Hughes was a self-made multi-millionaire in the 1940s. And this is a picture of his office. And they talk about the Spruce Goose, which was that plane right there. One of the most largest planes made in the world. It was made out of spruce. I guess this is a replica of his Howard Hughes' office. With all the old telephones. But he was a big part of aviation. He loved flying. Here's a picture of the Spruce Goose in the early days. Some of Howard Hughes' photos. And this was Mr. Howard Hughes in the middle here. That was in 1938. Pretty neat. And there's a picture of the Spruce Goose. And evidently the Spruce Goose did fly just once. It's kind of a prototype. And That's all it had to do was just kind of fly over the water, and that's what it did. I think that was it. After that, they never went with it. I think it was just a concept plane, guys. But thanks to Howard Hughes and his love for aviation, it it paved the way for a lot of different other ideas. This is the Howard Hughes flight lounge, showing some of his stuff. Kind of neat. I got a lot of memorabilia from him. Look at these flight suits. Man, made out of leather and real wool. They had to stay warm, man, because they were up there. They didn't have temperature controlled planes. But this is pretty neat. I'm glad they have a little tribute to him. Here's the back of what the Spruce Goose looked like. Here's the little rocket. That's a kind of a cool plane, and I guess he did a lot of aerial stuff in his plane. That was in the 1930s. It had a top speed of 200 miles per hour. A little rocket racer plane. Talk about air shows, innovations. Another air show plane. Look at the size of that thing, man. That is so cute, but it's a real plane. That crazy. $2,500 to build. I guess it was like a project plane. I don't think I'd want to get in that little seat, but probably a heck of a ride, I'm sure. Another experimental plane, and they got some more. Malibu and Mom are hanging out in the lounge area. So here's the inside of an airplane, guys. Neat. Got your trays, little windows. It shows you how the plane is built, just with the metal and the rivets and the skin, which in your commercial airplanes. And this is what you see when you get in the plane. It's kind of neat. Ring! I'm on the bat phone. Batman, we need you. All right, guys, so I got so caught up on everything, I didn't even see this. This is an exact replica of the Wright brothers from 1903, a flying replica of their first plane. It did flight. Look at that thing. That is super cool to have an exact replica of the Wright brothers plane from 1903. Absolutely amazing. All right, guys, we got Captain Darlene flying with Captain Malibu. They're in the flight trainer here. What do you guys think? What do you think, Malibu? I don't know, but they're the cutest pilots I've ever seen. Guys, look at this airplane on the ceiling. Experimental. Look how cool that is, though. Such a neat facility. I love this General Electric TF-34 engine cut out. Man, look at that thing. That's what makes jet thrust right there. Made by General Electric. Amazing. Big turbines. All right, guys. So they saw me on the bat phone, and there he is, sleeping in the tree. Batman. All right, we're off to the Restoration Center, which is that building back there. Let's go check it out. Guys, what a neat little center here. This is where they actually teach the high school across the street about engines and restoring old engines, how they work. These are some of the engines they have on display. Smells like aviation fuel in here. The kids are in the back there, working on different projects for the school. I think, how cool is that to include the kids in to restoring the past and the old engines and planes. What a great way to get them interested in aviation. I think it's very cool. It's nice that they have the shop for them to work in and learn. All right, guys, so we're at the corner of Peggy Brown Lane and James C. Ray Drive. We're going to check out some of these full-size planes they have out here. There's a giant Piedmont airplane and some Navy aircraft. How super cool is that? And you can go right up to them. This is where the Sun and Fun Lakeland Airport's at. So I really love the school. There's a school here. I just love how they incorporate aviation for the kids and the aerospace and all the plane stuff. It's what a cool school that's got to be. Look at this Navy trainer plane here. It's the XFV-1 Salomon. This aircraft was built by Lockheed in the early 1950s to demonstrate the operation of vertical takeoff and landing. Fighter prospecting convoys, Lockheed Chief Test Pilot Herman Fish Salomon piloted the first test flight in June 16, 1954. Wow, that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen a plane that took off like that, but this one does. Guys, look at this. The other side of this plane. Look at that propeller. That is amazing. There's so much stuff you don't even know about history and aerospace technology. And here we are. We get to share it with you. You get to see it. Look at this giant Piedmont airplane here. Tampa Bay Pacemaker. Wow. Such a cool place to visit, guys. All right, guys, you see it here first. A 1970s MiG-21 MF. Approximately 60 centuries across 4 continents have flown the Russian-designed supersonic jet with 13,996 produced. The MiG-21 holds the record for being the most produced supersonic aircraft. This plane here, number 7708, served in the Slovakian Air Force before retiring to Florida. It was donated by Draken International. Guys, the Soviets have always have long had an aviation history just like us. This is one of the most mass-produced fighter jets flown in different countries around the world. So pretty cool to see something like that. This one here, she's seen her better days. It's nice to see her here on view for us. MiG-21. Guys, here's the Cirrus VK-30. There were only 12 of these made and built. The design was used in the Cirrus SR-20 and 22. It's a pretty cool plane. It's got the propeller in the back instead of the front. How about this plane here, guys? This is a PA-47 Piper jet. This is a prototype. There's only one made. It flew back in July of 2008, and they canceled the whole project in October 2011. So kind of neat that they have this on display. There's only one of them, and you guys got to see it here on my channel. This is the other side. Look at that jet taking off, guys. Woo! That's cool. So far, we've just had a great time. Malibu and Mom, loving it. We love aviation. Malibu loves aviation. Mom loves to fly. See that laugh? She does not like to fly, guys. All right, so here's the other side of the Piedmont plane. I don't think we're going to be able to get a tour. But we'll get you up a little bit closer. Let you check it out. All right, guys, so here's something you don't see every day. The belly of a Piedmont airplane. And this was donated to the school here, the Boeing 727. And it used to be owned by FedEx. And they repainted it and donated it to the school here. And this is the only retired aircraft used to teach students about the Boeing 727. How cool is that? Thank you for donating it to these kids, man. That's just awesome. Take a look at some of this landing gear. Wow, I've never been this close to a full-size landing gear either. Look at those tires, guys. Wow, you know, I've heard of stories people actually trying to get up in there and hide. And I wouldn't think there'd be much space to hide up there. That's pretty tight, but pretty neat. Look at these. Never seen it from this angle this close. Wow, it just retracts back on the inside of here. Look at those cables and wires. Wow, kind of cool. Very neat. We're under the wingspan here, guys. Something you don't see too much of. The underneath in the landing gear of a 727 Boeing. All right, guys, so this is the back end of a Piedmont Boeing 727. A lot of people don't know, but there's an actually back door here to the plane of a 727 with stairs. Goes up inside the airplane. How cool is that? Pretty darn neat. Wow. Feel very lucky to check this plane out like this. As you guys are aboard to enjoy this. All right, guys, we've seen this thing, and I was like, what the heck is this thing? Well, this is from 1939. It's a Boeing 307 Stratoliner. It was once owned by Howard Hughes. The aircraft was converted to a plane boat after sustaining catastrophic damage during Hurricane Cleo in 1964. That is absolutely amazing. Sometimes you've seen something on the water look like this, you would think the Martians have landed. But now you can kind of see the plane and the boat put together. Huh. Maybe this is where he got his idea for the big spruce goose. Another first, guys. Got to see it here. Adventures in Malibu and Dad channel. And we love aviation. We love military, police, you name it. But the aviation is very cool. This thing's really cool. It's really super. The kids are in there learning how to work on engines. You got the planes you can see over here. I highly recommend this place, guys. It's very well worth the trip and the $15. Guys, it's the other end of this Navy plane here. This thing is super cool. I love the skids on the front. Hard to believe that this thing skims on water, but it did. Cool place. All right, guys, we're in the media production room here that they have for the school, and it is a live studio. How cool is that, huh, guys? Well put together studio. And right now they're doing some training videos. Son and Fun crew. They allowed me to come on in, take a quick picture of this for you guys. All right, guys, so we're in the back studio area. This is one of their studios for the aerospace Sun and Fun. And look at all the TV cameras and everything. Super cool what they do here for the kids. Just being a part of it too. I love it. All right, guys, so I got special access into the training section here, and they actually have students. They get to get on these simulators and they learn how to fly. Look at the size of this classroom. Now my future son-in-law, Joe. Joe, I know you're a trainer. I don't know if you'd ever want to train this many students, but hey, they may have a job for you here, buddy. It's pretty cool. I love it. All right, guys, so this is another classroom. And they can project these different things on the screen. And this is what the students use to learn different things in this lab. And currently they have the precipitation map on this globe. And it is really cool. You can see the hurricane out there. Wow. What a way to learn, guys. Things have changed since I've been in school. I love it. So this is the moon here, guys. You know, big dark spots on that. That's so cool. All right, guys, gotta show you this. 17th and 7th Cavalry. This is a U.S. Cavalry helicopter. How cool is that, guys? I used to fly in these things when I was in the Army. This is a scout helicopter. And I believe this thing might still work. Looks like it's all together. How cool that is. Very sharp. Brings back some memories.
And then they took everything out of it.
There's the F-14, guys, right across the fence there. This is all the Sun and Fun property. Getting a really cool guided tour here. Hey guys, so Nicholas Tony here showed us around. Great guy. Man, this place is amazing. Thanks to his great tutelage and teachings, we got to see things that most people don't see. We're very grateful to the Sun and Fun guys for letting us do this little special tour with Tony, and really enjoyed it. Thank you, Tony, very much. Malibu and myself really enjoyed it, so thank you for taking us around.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, so that concludes the Fun and Sun. We got here, guys. Look at this really cool posters they gave us and stickers. And Malibu, myself, my wife, just had a great time here, guys. Highly recommend it. Come on out to Florida Fun and Sun, to the Air Museum. Super nice folks. I'll show you around. You'll see some of the coolest things you've ever seen. I was just blown away by the high school right next door that does teaching for everybody here. So it's just been a great adventure. Malibu had a great time. Hope you guys had a great time. Love the helicopter in the back, guys. Used to fly in these in the Army. So for Adventures in Malibu and Dad, this wraps up another one for us, guys. Thank you for coming aboard, coming along. Hope you had a great time. We love you. Get out there, guys. Adventure. And thank you for supporting us in our channel. This is why we do it, for you. You can get out there with us and see all these cool things and just stay at home and be able to enjoy it. So thanks for viewing the channel today. Bye-bye, guys. God bless you.